You know, I'm one of those people who truly believes that not everyone should agree 100% with everything your favorite influencer says. It doesn't matter who the person is or the platform they are on. It could be YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter. It doesn't really matter. You should never agree with influencers 100% on everything. Because at the end of the day, we're all people. You know, these individuals who made it to the top are still people. A lot of them are very flawed, and you know, in some cases they're really flawed individuals. So you don't want to ever get lost in the sauce, end up being one of these yes men who just agrees 1000% on everything. You know, they could have the worst, absolute worst take, and you're still shaking your head saying, yeah, I believe you, Mr. Such and Such. I don't know who you guys watch. You know, and the reason I even bring that up is because I am a fan of Moist Critical, and I always say this, I just don't agree with everything he has to say, and I think that's perfectly fine. You could still be a fan of someone and not agree with everything they have to say. And I know I sound like a broken record at this point, but it's very important for me to tell you guys this, because in today's video we're going to go over a debate that him and Sneako had, and they both made terrible points. And when I say terrible, I mean absolutely fucking stupid. Right, so let's get into the first part. We'll give Sneako the floor first, because we all know he loves to embarrass himself. This post from Drama Alert basically says Sneako believes a 21-year-old should be able to marry a 15-year-old. And you didn't hear, I didn't read that wrong, you heard it correct. But anyway, let me let you hear it from the horse's mouth.
I'm talking about your personal beliefs. Do you think someone in their 20s should be able to marry a 15 or 16-year-old?
To someone in their 20s should be, I mean, I personally wouldn't do it. I don't know many people who would do it. The maturity for people in the teenagers in the West is getting much worse, but there are...
We're talking globally. Let's just talk globally. Like, do you think it is okay for, and I'm not talking about just you specifically anymore, anyone. Do you think it's okay for anyone in their 20s, an adult, to marry a 15 or 16-year-old?
A 21-year-old, if there was a marriage where the father consented and the daughter consented, and it was both good on both families and they wanted to do it, why am I going to get involved? Why should we get the government involved?
Well,
why would I tell them if everybody's consenting, if everybody's okay with it, if the parents are okay with it, if nobody's being harmed, if it's going to be okay, if they're both abiding by the rules and they're not hurting each other, why not?
Okay, so the reason why, and I want to make this completely clear why that is fucking wrong. The reason why this is 100,000% wrong and the wrong way to think about this type of situation is because 15-year-olds don't even understand who they are yet. A lot of 15-year-olds can't even commit to one or two subjects in school. They're supposed to now commit to a marriage. Are you fucking insane? Like, another thing that's really wrong with that is it opens up a door for a lot of predatory actions and predators to get their hands on younger individuals that they can take advantage of. Because when you're 15, you don't know shit about the world. You don't know shit about yourself. You don't know shit about shit. If we're being completely honest. And at the end of the day, like, there's so much wrong that can go, that can happen there. I have a acquaintance of mine from India, and he has told me some horror stories of some of the girls that he went to school with. Like, some of them were being married off by their parents for land and monetary gain. They would be being married off for money, basically. They don't love this person, they don't care about this person. The person doesn't love or care about them either, but they're getting themselves a young wife that they can pretty much groom to into what they want. If you understand what I'm saying, it's advantageous. It just is where it is. And I think it's completely fucking wrong to even support child marriages, because that's what that is. A 15-year-old is still a child. A 15-year-old getting married to a 20-year-old is just a bad idea. But we all know Sneako is one of those individuals who always has terrible fucking takes. But what do y'all think? I want y'all to go ahead and comment below. Go ahead, comment at the bottom if you think this is right. Please, I hope y'all don't think this is right. And while you are down there, go ahead and do me a favor and like the video. Like, all of my videos are unscripted. I don't have the time, you know, to script any of these things. So this is just my honest thoughts from the top of my head. It's a lot harder than it sounds to do. But yeah, go ahead, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you agree with me. If you disagree, then get the fuck out. I don't want you here. You think 15-year-olds should marry 20-year-olds? Get the fuck out. Right, I just wanted to show you all this. The channel is doing somewhat well, you know, 19k views and 74 new subscribers within the last 28 days. This is pretty cool, and I really appreciate y'all, you know, helping me, you know, get to my goal. And if you're new here, my goal is to get to the point where I can make money on YouTube, so I can then put that money into my own comic that I made by myself, like a big boy. It's a lot of work, so I need money to help. I need money for help. I need money to hire on people that, like other artists, that will help me create this what I hope is going to be a masterpiece, you know. And yeah, so if you all are into stuff like this, subscribe. I will really appreciate it. Anyway, so back to the video. I want to go to what does this, because yes, I was saying they're both wrong in the thumbnail, and Moist Critical makes a terrible take here. It's absolutely moronic in my opinion. You know, I'm still a fan of the dude. Just because I criticize him doesn't mean I suddenly hate his guts, right? But this is fucking stupid. What he says here is fucking stupid, you know, and y'all could clip this and post it. I really don't mind, but I absolutely 100,000% think this is the one of the worst takes I've ever heard him say ever. But anyway, so you probably read it already, but I'm gonna read it anyway. Moist Critical believes children should be able to transition genders if their parents consent. Do you agree or disagree? I strongly disagree. And I know this page is being run by a trans individual, and I hope they disagree as well, but I highly doubt they do. But anyway, so let's listen to what he has to say here.
As long as everyone is consenting.
Hold on. Do you believe that somebody can go through hormone therapy? Can they change their gender if they're a child?
I think that's totally fine as long as everyone is consenting, as you agree with.
Okay, so as long as everyone...
If your parents are okay with it and you are okay with it, I think that's totally a familial decision to make, yeah.
Okay, so...
Alright, I'm gonna stop it right there because that's pretty much the bare bones of all we really need to fucking hear. And it's stupid. You know, now if I missed anything, feel free to let me know in the comments below. But I think children need to be able to experience puberty on their fucking own until they, and then when they get to the age of adulthood, then they can make a decision to have life-changing surgery. Because there's, as we are seeing more and more, there's a lot of trans individuals who are coming out and saying that they regretted what their parents did to them. Their parents pushed them through this thing and they regretted it. And if they could go back, they would not do it, because this is life-altering surgery and hormones and that you're pumping into these kids that make them a lot more confused. Worst yet for the ones who go and they get butchered, the ones that go and do the bottom surgery. It's way worse for a lot of them. Like, I don't know if you all know this, but when a guy transitions to a female and then he has the bottom surgery, he every couple of days he has to stick a pump in that gash and fucking air it up. Otherwise the so-called vajayjay is going to heal up, right? You could tell even the body is like, yo, what the hell is going on here? Let's fix this. Even the body is like, bro, this hole shouldn't be here. Let's close it up, you know. And there's so much that can go wrong, especially if at a young age, being put through something so traumatic on the body, you know. And I just completely disagree with Moist Critical here. Charlie, you are a dumbass for even saying that. And I'm not talking about in the extreme cases where where a kid is actually born with like such a bad case of hormone imbalance that you need to do it, I think that's fine. If a kid is born with hormone imbalance and their body is really shifting them in the opposite direction, then by all means, let the parents and the kid discuss, let the kid choose which gender they're more comfortable with, and then you give them the hormones they need, right? But if it's like just a normal confused kid that, you know, has been watching too much fucking episodes of Barbie and he wants to be a pretty little princess, then he runs to his mom and dad thinking he's the next Barbie doll or some shit. I don't think that kid should go through with something like that. Because when I was a kid, I used to think I was a go-go Power Ranger. I was doing all sorts of dumbass shit, jumping off a bed, the top bunk, and doing all this nonsense. Does that mean what? Am I supposed to literally go out there and fight crime? Like, it's dumb. Kids believe stupid things, is what I'm saying. You know, and my take on this extends to what J.K. Rowling said. I only recently found out she is based as fuck. She basically said here that the best cure for gender dysphoria is letting children go through puberty, and I 1000% agree. I think this is like the most accurate thing anyone can say. You know, like it's so sad to me that we live in this world where a lot of adults are trying to force kids to live these lives of delusion. It's crazy to me. Just let kids be kids, man. Just let them grow up. Let them learn to like the things that they want to like. Let them learn to figure themselves out, who they are. You know, like, I think that's what the world really needs. We need to stop telling fucking children that, oh, you're not this gender, or you're a different gender, or you need to start wearing dresses, or you need to start acting this way. It's crazy. Like, I've been seeing like videos where people are like putting kids in drag and encouraging them to twerk and do this type of crazy shit. Kids aren't supposed to be in those types of situations or environments, honestly, and it's predatory when you think about it. But that's just my take, man. Like, if you all agree, go ahead, like and subscribe. If there's any part of this that you want to clip and post anyway, I have no problems with that. I encourage you, because that's going to help my channel grow even more. If you want to eventually become a character in my comic, yes, I mean, I will literally draw you into a character in the story. All you gotta do is follow my Twitter, if I can. Yeah, all you gotta do is follow my Twitter at Zon1. We are getting closer to 600 followers over there. And just DM me, tell me that you want to be part of the comic, and once you're following me, we'll take it from there, you know. Anyway, so to everyone else, y'all have a good fucking day, man. Later.